Just over a week ago, WWE Summerslam took place, with 8 matches which were of varying interest to fans. Some of those matches were predictable, while others were just what they needed to be. As an idiot on YouTube who loves wrestling, I realized something. What was stopping me from trying to replicate all 8 of these matches and taking chair shots for each match I failed? And to be honest, that answer was very clear, and it was severe back pain and probably injuries. But once I got over that, I decided I had what it takes to make this video on WWE 2k23, where I have to replicate all 8 matches from SummerSlam, and every time I fail, I get hit with a steel chair. The first match, and arguably the best match of the entire card, was Logan Paul vs. Ricochet. To successfully replicate this match, I need to play as Logan and beat Ricochet, while also hitting him with the brass knuckles payback, just like what happened in real life. As the match got started, I realized just how annoying this was gonna be. Alright. Great start already for the Low Gang. Yeah, I don't think so, punk. Eventually, I was able to hit Ricochet with the Three Amigos signature. So Logan's signature is the Three Amigos, according to this game at least. Okay. And the skull-crushing finale finisher. Now that things were going my way, I was trying to knock out the ref so I could use my brass knuckles without getting disqualified. There we go, I hit the ref once. However, I had to give up on that quest pretty quickly, because this ref was a slippery dog. And I decided, hey, I'll just use it now. Here we go. Oh, he blocked my brass knuckles punch. Well, that's pretty annoying. After this, I hit one more skull-crushing finale to finish the match, but I realized that I had failed because I was unable to use the brass knuckles payback. So here's that chair shot. Welcome to my world. The second match was Cody Rhodes continuing his story against Brock Lesnar. I was pretty scared to face Brock, even if it was a bot, on legendary difficulty. But after ensuring this match was against the apex predator of our species on legendary, I started it up. As the match continued, I was largely in control, to the extent that I hit the first signature in the match. Perfect. Now I have a crossroads in the chamber, before being taken to Suplex City. If there's one thing you can count on, it's Brock Lesnar suplexing somebody. Then I hit a crossroads. And then while he's stunned, another signature, a vertebreaker. And finally got too greedy and went for a second crossroads, which he blocked. Ah, he got me. Okay, fair enough. I got a little too greedy. He then went for the Kimura, but I escaped and hit a second crossroads. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. Unfortunately, he kicked out using the resiliency payback, and the battle raged on. Next, I hit a signature, followed by Brock blocking my finisher for like the 50th time, and using one of his, which I blocked. No F5s allowed. Finally, I hit another crossroads, and since he was stunned, hit him with one final finisher. And then that should put this guy away. Good, man. That's what I thought. Ironically, the game himself did a post-match attack on me, but this time, the game came up short. Third was the Slim Jim Battle Royal, which was won by LA Knight. In real life, this Battle Royal had 25 entrants, but unfortunately, there's no mode that can handle that many people being in the ring at once in this game. This, combined with the fact certain superstars like Bronson Reed just don't exist in this game, meant the closest thing I could do was a 20-person Royal Rumble, where I could fit almost everyone possible. Sorry, Viking Raiders. And start at the first position. The first opponent for the L.A. Knight, was Grayson Waller, followed by the brawling brute Sheamus and AJ Styles. I started eliminating people at this point, starting with AJ. Alright, I already got out AJ Styles. As this match went on, the ring quickly just filled up all the way, and I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling. I didn't realize how hard this would be on Legendary difficulty, but it was not fun. Finally, just over halfway through the match, this happened. What the hell was that, man? Somehow, I was straight up whipped out of that ring, and now this dummy, has to take another chair shot.
Where'd this guy go, man?
Next up was the MMA rules match between Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, which literally no one cared about in real life. And obviously there's no mode like that in this game, so I tried to use the submission mode instead. However, this glitched out terribly not once but twice, and the bar never loaded, so I had to switch to Last Man Standing. In Last Man Standing, it's simply just a 10 count, you have to stand up before it ends. And I think this happened because I was the first human to ever choose a submission match. Also, the match was boring in the game too, so I'm not going to spend very long on it, but I hit Ronda with about 3 submission finishers, and even though she tapped out on the last one, she died. Like, she just laid down and never got up again. Pretty predictable and boring, huh? Art imitates life. The next match was the Ring General Gunther versus Drew McIntyre. In the beginning, the bot kept putting me in submissions, which was kind of OP as it burned through my health. And after this, we brutalized each other until I hit a finisher. And Drew blocked my second one, barely coming out of a stun. Then he hit me with a Claymore kick, but I thankfully escaped. No, that Claymore's not enough. Yeah, okay. And then he hit me with a headbutt, stunning me, and jumped from the top rope. Oh. Let's see. I barely got out of that one too, with my resiliency letting me live, but it was a little too close for comfort. Lastly, I used Move Thief to steal his Claymore kick. I hit a nice Claymore kick on the guy. Oh. This one was close, but I made it. The next match was the World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth freaking Rollins and Finn Balor, where I put the Judgment Day as Balor's managers to give him an edge. However, this match was extraordinarily quick, as I hit a pedigree and stomp as soon as I got my bar. Look at that, man. This thing might even be over already. Quick little stomp. Let's see, man. He probably is gonna get out of this, but it's worth a shot. Alright. And then he did the same thing with his signature in the coup de grace. I'll live. There's no coup de... Too easy. Too easy, man. I wasn't worried at all. Hit another pedigree and stomp. Pedigree? Yeah, alright, yeah, that's it. I'm super surprised that none of the managers did anything. They just, like, stood there. Nothing else. And pinned him, and that was it. The entire time, the Judgment Day NPCs did nothing but stand there awkwardly on the edge of the ring. Maybe this was because I put all 3 of them, but needless to say, they were all acting like bots, literally. I guess it kind of worked out like real life too, though, as they didn't really help Finn there either. The triple threat women's title match between Asuka, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair took me forever. Also in this one, the Money in the Bank was cashed in after by Io Sky, so I was counting on the bot doing that and me playing as Bianca. The first part was also kinda hard, as it was a 15-minute match of back and forth between the three of us with glam slams, figure fours, and a ton of weapons being used. At one point I even had 3 finishers and hit both of them back to back.
Alright, that might be it. Especially if she can't get back here in time. Nope. Damn. Your turn.
But it wasn't enough because Charlotte somehow blocked the third.
Here we go. Oh, that would have been perfect. I would have had them both, like, down for good.
Finally, after an eternity, I helped Charlotte get out of Asuka's finisher and ended the match with my 50th glam slam.
Hit her with the signature. Come on. Boom. That might be it. Perfect. That was a long match, and it got 5 stars on its own, which is even crazier.
The only issue was the cash-in never came. I set it up so Io would cash in whenever the title holder was weak, but I guess the game completely ignored this as a time to cash in, meaning I had technically failed through no fault of what I was doing, but I would have to take a 3rd chair shot.
If anyone has any objections to this marriage, speak now or forever hold your peace. Whoa!
The final match of SummerSlam, Tribal Combat, was insane for me. To start off with, I played an entire match on normal rules by accident, where I destroyed Jay as the head of the table. Therefore, when I played the actual match on Extreme Rules and added the stipulation of the table, I felt like I didn't need the Wise Man or Solo, but that I could handle everything. I knew the Tribal Chief's moveset so well, Jay would not stand a chance. But I was wrong. Hell, I didn't even have my mic on for most of this, because I thought I was going to make it into a montage. Right out of the gate, I started obliterating the right-hand man like it was nothing. I already knew I had to take those 3 chair shots, but a 4th as the most overpowered wrestler since Hogan ran the WWF would be absurd. I would be the head of the table. But that's the thing though, I wasn't. Jimmy somehow got all 3 finishers and a signature at the same time. So even though I had hit those spears and Superman punches, it just took him 1 streak of hits to keep me stunned and out. I even had to use my resiliency and the run-in, causing his brother to turn on him just like in SummerSlam. Jimmy hit this fool with a bat to the head, but it was not enough. Somehow the goat of all goats could not get up in time, and Jay hit 1 more splash to win Tribal Combat. I literally could not believe this. How could I let the head of the table lose? So I'm gonna pay for it. Also, I think you're gonna find this chair shot a little familiar.
Always have a plan B.
And that was SummerSlam. Except for the 4 times I totally messed it up. But we won't go into that. I hope you enjoyed all the antics in this video, especially the chair shots. And if you want to see me do something similar to this in the future, just let me know. I mean, Payback is right around the corner, and I could do this again for that as well. And yes, we will come up with different skits for the chairs every single time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.